Welcome to the live telecast of the Jfsc Society Premier League. We have the match between NCP Superstar and Crescent Warrior Club that's on. NCP Superstar won the toss and elected to bat first and are currently at 72 for 7. It's the 13th over, bowled by Saurav Mehta. That stayed low and that's flicked away. Will be cut off on the boundary, looking for two. Good throw back to the keeper. Excellent fielding effort there in the deep. Saurav Mehta currently in his third over has already picked up 2 wickets for 19 runs. Bowling to Himmat Oban. That one's hit the hand currently, and that's called for 4. It's 4 called by the umpire. Just getting the last minute confirmation. So a 4 for Himmat Oban, and the score moves on to 77 for 7. They need a small little partnership here to bat through the next 7 overs and post a good total for the Crescent Warrior Club to come back and try and chase. Looks like Gautam Sahni will be continuing to bowl from the pavilion end. Short and played straight to the fielder, who's standing quite short at backward point, and will be a dot ball to begin with. Got some bounce of that last delivery, Gautam. Another one loop turn and nicely played on the leg side, straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket. Throws back to the bowler for a single. They'll need more of these. NCP Superstar changing his side to bowl round the wicket to the left-hander, Himmat. Fielder from mid-wicket coming to cover. They revert back to the old position now. So there is a short cover for the drive, and everyone on the leg side is on the boundary. Gautam to Himmat. Full toss ball smashed away, but there's a fielder there. Nice pick up and throw back to the keeper. He'll be happy giving away the singles, Crescent Warrior Club, since they've done most of the hard work to pick up 7 wickets of NCB Superstar. Shakib Alam. Nice flighted delivery, played late to short third man, dot ball. Another one, play and a miss that was slightly wideish, and a dot ball. You can see the replay. He went for a wild swipe there. Another one played that
Missing
was
it
slightly
completely.
wide. Batsman having a quick chat in the middle. This one was the wrong one, turned away from the batsman. The definite buys. Are they going to call for two? Yes, good calling and good running between the wickets. That's called wide by the umpire. So you'll have to bowl that again, Gautam. That one's nicely bowled again. Another dot ball. Match summary so far. NCB Superstars 82 for 7 of 14 overs. And 6 more overs to go and 3 wickets. The last 3 of the NCB Superstar team. We have a change in bowling as Anuj Giri comes to bowl. He's had an excellent first couple of overs. He's bowled 2 overs and conceded 8 runs for just 2 wickets. Brilliant economy there. Start of the 15th over. It's nicely played on the back foot, tapped away to square leg for a single. He's bowled pretty stump to stump. He's kept between the wickets. It's not given much width at all to the NCP Superstar batsman. Slightly short. Tried to flick that off his pads. Unsuccessful at that time. Anuj bowling to Shakib Alam, who's taking his time in the middle. Short, and that smash to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. That was easy pickings for him. And Shakib, who's been silent, has just opened his arms to that short ball. It was really nicely played there. Fifth delivery of the over of 6.07. The projected score looks like 121. Five more overs to go. It's going to be a change in the bowling. Sarthak Chauhan comes to bowl. Will be bowling round the wicket to Himmat. That smashed, and that's a beautiful shot for four. First ball, and he's been welcomed to the bowling crease with a boundary. And slightly short, he picked his spot and went through with the shot. And that bisecting both the fielders there, no chance whatsoever. 2 bounces and 4. Second ball. This one shot, played off his hips, will be a single. The pace of the batters is now picking up. They're showing a good intent, having found their feet out there in the middle. Sarthak there will be bowling over the wicket to the right-hander. Slightly wide-ish and missed by the batsman. So that'll be a dot ball. Shakib looking at the umpire there. Was thinking it would have been slightly wide-ish, but umpire think that was a legal delivery. Sarthak again. It's watchfully played to the point boundary there, and will be just a single. Gets Himmat back on strike. So 6 runs of this over so far, and steps out and play and a miss. Again, looking at the umpire whether it was slightly wide-ish, but that was nicely bowled. He saw him walking forward towards the bowler, out and that slightly wide. Play and a miss. It's a little out of reach for the batsman, so good bowling by Sarthak Chauhan. Again, play and a miss, a dot ball to end the over. So an excellent comeback by Sarthak after being smashed for 4 of the first delivery. Just 2 runs after that in the over. The score's 97 for 7 after 16. Anuj Giri will continue from the pavilion end. He'll be bowling his last over. He's given away 17 runs for 2 wickets. Oh, that bounced. That really bounced. What a ball that was. That just took off from the pitch. Absolutely no comeback by the batsman. And Shakib Alam smashed 2 boundaries in the last over to Anuj. It's a good contest. This one cut away, and that's going to be 4. He played that late. There was width and a beautiful boundary of the bat. There was well timed too. So 100 comes up in style for NCP Superstar. It's 101 for 7 in 16.2 overs. Oh, it's watchfully played. Didn't have a comeback for that. That was bowled flat and straight on the stumps. Not much loop coming. That's another boundary. That went fine, and that was 4 called by the umpire. Couple of boundaries in this over now. Low full toss, flicked away, and will be just a single. The previous delivery was 4 wides. So turned out to be slightly expensive for Anuj Giri, giving away 10 runs already. 2 more deliveries to go, and Himmat comes back to the crease. Cheeky single and taken comfortably, getting Shakib on strike. Clearly playing Anuj quite nicely. Short and tapped away for an easy single, and he'll keep the strike for the next over. It's 109 for 7. You see 17 overs gone, and Saurabh Mehta and Anuj Giri and Sarthak Chauhan. Last 3 overs now to be bowled. Have Sarthak Chauhan, who bowled an excellent first over. He will be bowling from over the wicket. Shakib on strike. It's a play and a miss. Tried to drive that, and unsuccessful at that. Starts off with a dot ball. Another play and a miss. That one was almost in the slot. He went through with the shot and moved away slightly there. Excellent start to the over by Sarthak. He's got a couple of dot balls, putting the pressure straight back on the batsman. That's a nice shot, and that's well fielded there. Are they going to look for 2? No, good pick up and throw, and just the single. That was sweetly timed, but only to find the fielder there. At this stage, the Crescent Warrior Club would be more than happy to just give away the singles as the field changes for the left-hander, Himmat. And lucky for the bowler, it's another dot ball. He's really looking to heave that, but it's been good bowling by Sarthak. 4 deliveries and just the single given away. Excellent bowling effort. This one again bowled slightly wideish, tried to drive it, and beaten by the pace of Sarthak Chauhan. Last delivery to Himmat is batting on 14 from 13 deliveries. Last ball. That one was smashed straight down the ground. There's long off there. There is enough protection as the over comes to an end. It's 111 for 7 after 18 overs. We'll have to wait and watch to see who's bowling the last 2 overs. Last bit of field setting happening now. They have a fine leg, a third man, a deep point, a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket. Mid off and mid on in the circle. Full toss ball smashed in the gap for 4. That's an excellent shot and a good start to the over for NCP Superstars. Coming from the bat of Himmat. Circle that had a lot of pace in it, but the full toss just made the job easy for Himmat. He just had to place his ball in the gap, smashed in the gap, and made it to the boundary like a bullet. Second delivery, and this time he's got the wicket. We have to see if there was an edge there, but clean bowled now, and Saurabh Mehta, who's, look at that, straight on the stumps, and he's got his man. He's been the pick of the bowlers this evening. Picks up his 3rd wicket, and Himmat Oman has to depart for a well played 19 of 16 deliveries. Ashwin Pathak is the new man in. Having a chat with his partner there in the middle. A few teams took the opportunity to have a small drinks break while the new batsman arrives at the crease. We'll be getting underway soon enough. Coming over the wicket to bowl to the new batsman. That's nicely kept. Play and a miss. That was short, and batsman looked to play that for a single. Lovely carry to the keeper who collects it on his left side. Fourth ball to Ashwin. Another dot ball, turning out to be an excellent over. That one was full and wide. Batsman tried to connect that, having a chat in the middle with his non-striker. And he's bowled him. Another wicket falls. The pace bowling has been top notch by Saurabh Mehta, who picked up his fourth wicket with that wicket. Just an excellent bit of pace bowling there. Bowling it full, fast, and on the stumps. And the wicket falls. Let's see the replay again. Steaming in and straight on the stumps. No chance whatsoever for a lower bowled batsman. As the ninth, another wicket falls. One more to go. Sumit Saha is the last man who will bat for the NCP Superstar. Got one more over left. Sumit Saha's left-handed, so it looks like Saurabh will be going round the wicket. Will he get the fifth wicket he deserves in this match? We'll have to wait and watch. It's his final delivery, and another exciting moment in the game here. Saurabh to Sumit. It's on the pads, definitely going down. He looks up to the heavens, and be a dot ball to end the over. It's 115 for 9 after 19 overs. NCP Superstar have one last opportunity, one last over to maximize the runs. Going to be a change in bowling. Discussions happening in the middle. The batsmen are having a chat. The keeper is having a chat with the bowlers. Aman Agarwal to bowl the final over. It's nicely bowled. Shot, he tried to cut that, but went sailing to the keeper. Dot ball to start the over. That's wide and that's missed by the keeper. That's going to be 5 wides. 5 extras in the last over. That's wide. Score moves on to 120 for 9. Shakib Alam must keep the strike. And that's hit straight. Where's that going? That's a nice catch taken. Saurabh there. You cannot take him back in the game. And taking a comfortable catch there. Let's see the replay. That was hit straight. And that's hit straight. Where's that? Straight into his hands. Nice catch taken. The last wicket. So NCB Saurabh there. You cannot take him back in the game. Thanks to some excellent bit of bowling by the Crescent Warrior Club. And when they come back to bat, they will be chasing 121 runs of their quota of 20 overs. Back to the action. We have the openers of the Crescent Warrior Club. And NCB Superstar will start with spin. Crescent Warrior Club needs 121 runs in 20 overs. Run per ball, so should be pretty straightforward. Starts with the spinning option. Nice flight and nice shot, well fielded. Good throwback, good action to start the match with. That was firmly driven. Second delivery. Short, and that'll be a dot ball to start with. So a lot of fielders around the offside. The whole ring of fielders. Gaurav Lolge bowling the first over. Ragwan on strike. Oh, it's a play and a miss, and called for byes, and it's gone to the boundary. It's wide called by the umpire, and 4 runs. So 5 extras to start with. It's a play and a miss, and called for byes. See that? No chance for the fielder there. Was standing inside the circle. Short, tried to pull that, unsuccessful. But that one was dropped short, as you can see. Tried to pull that, caught the lower end of the pull that, unsuccessful, and the ball ended up being a dot ball. Good opportunity missed there. Short and wide, and dot ball confirmed by the umpire. Two deliveries to go of this first over. And that's called wide again by the umpire. This time drifting slightly more outside the off stump. Just 1 run from the bat so far in this over and in this innings. Score 7 for no loss. Flighted and nicely played there. Will be an easy single. Gets Mayur back on strike. Final delivery. And that's hit straight. Oh, that's a nice stop at the boundary there. But there's an opportunity gone. It would have been a straight catch. We'll take a look at the replay there. And that's hit straight. Was almost on the edge of the boundary. Oh, that's a nice stop. He would have saved the boundary. Certain 6 there, but an opportunity for a wicket gone. So at the end of the first over, the Crescent Warrior Club is 9 for no loss. I have to wait and watch who's bowling the second over. Amritpal Singh. He's played more than 50 matches, picked up 40 wickets. Will be bowling from the pavilion end. I think they're going to look at changing the bat. That's what's happening in the middle. Yeah, Mayur looking to change his bat. Back to the action. Start of the second over. Amritpal Singh now bowling to Mayur, who's looked excellent so far, striking the ball brilliantly. Shot and cut away, calling for the single. Would have been a good call there from the non-striker to send Mayur back. It was a difficult proposition there. The fielding was good, the throw was good. Could have been in trouble. Edged, and that's gone behind the stumps, straight up for 4. There was there for the drive, and he hit that brilliantly, but getting the edge, edged, and that's gone behind. Raceway to the boundary for 4. So Mayur making his intentions very clear in the first couple of overs. Flighted, smashed straight down the ground. There's cover there on long off. Will be a single as he gets off strike and gets Raghavan on strike again to face Amritpal Singh. Short and straight to short third. So nicely played actually. I played that slightly wider. There's a big gap there on the offside if any kind of room is given. Plus all the men in the circle. Play and a miss. Dot ball. No, he looked, as you can see there, slightly away from the bat and away from the play and a miss arc there. Dot ball was a wide-ish delivery. That one was beautifully bowled. Good flight there given by Amritpal Singh on the last delivery. Gives away 5 runs. The score is 14 for no loss. 107 runs required now. That one was 18 overs. Seems to be a bowling change now. Jfsc is the new bowler, bowling left arm round the wicket. Nicely tossed up, looking for the single. No, says the non-striker again. Would have been a very risky one. Dot ball to start the over. You can see what Ayush is doing here, bowling from round the wicket, not trying to give the batsman to free his arms. Second delivery, short and dot ball again. This time, good length delivery straight to the batsman, not giving much room. You have Ayush bowling a third delivery now. Flighted and tried to sweep it. Another dot ball. Excellent bowling. So you can see him mixing it up. There's a flighted delivery. There was a faster one. This one flighted again. Beautifully bowled. Jfsc. 4 dots in a row. You can see the angle is creating, is not giving the batsman much room to free his arms. And, again, beautifully not making it any easy for the batsman. That's one plays late. Again, a call for a single sent back by the non-striker, and rightly so. Mayur, 5 dot balls now in this over, and really nicely bowled by Ayush. Last delivery coming up. Now they have a slip in place for the last delivery. Again flighted, got the outside edge, straight to short third. There's a misfield. Where's that going? Where's that going? And that's nicely saved on the boundary, but a couple of runs, easy runs for Mayur and the Crescent Warrior Club. So after 3 overs, the score 16 for no loss. Looks like Amritpal Singh will continue with the ball. He's trying to set a field. You know the intention of the batsman towards the off spinner. Surely they're going to try and capitalize as much as possible. He's a fielder who's really straight, and setting the long on slightly wideish, and the long off slightly straightish as we see it. First delivery, and nicely bowled. So Amritpal Singh bowling to the field. A nice flighted delivery. He had to play that defensively. Raghavan. Another one, and that's in the gap. That's gone for 4. He's found the gap on this occasion, Ragwan. Excellent one. That was flighted, but a half volley. Found the gap beautifully there. Fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Score moves on to 20. Another one, and taken. First wicket falls for the Crescent Warriors, and that comes from Amritpal Singh. That one was a straightforward catch. Looked like a fumble, but completed it nicely in the end. Happy faces there. See the replay for the wickets. Flighted delivery halfway and went for the same shot with the fielder there. Slight fumble, but the one and there. Taken. Good clean catch taken. First wicket falls for the Crescent. It's been a successful over for NCP Superstar. Sandeep is the new batsman in for Crescent Warrior Club. Left alone, and that'll be a dot ball. You can see that also bounced quite nicely. Wicketkeeper left really alone, and that'll be a dot. The batsman left it alone. Was that an edge there? But another dot ball. Not an easy one to play there. Oh, look at that. Play and a miss. Was that an edge there? That's one flighted again. Played defensively straight to the bowler. The score's 20 for 1 now at the end of 4 overs. And the Crescent Warrior Club now require 101 runs in 96 balls as Ashwin Pathak comes to bowl. Right arm fast. Will be setting his field at the moment. They have a long on, a long off, and a deep cover. So all the other fielders are inside the circle. Nobody out behind the square on the leg side. Which means you know he's going to bowl. He's wanting to bowl a line just outside off stump. That exactly on the pads and flicked away by Mayur. Boundary at fine leg as there's no fielder there. He didn't bother to run. That one was on the pads and he just flicked it exactly on the pad. That went for a boundary for 4. So a good start to the over for the Crescent Warriors Club. Slight change in the field now. There is a short fine leg. Good run called. Completes it successfully. Single. Good running between the wickets. These small scores can be very tricky at times. Picking up the singles while chasing can help ease it out for the lower order. Boundary and a single now in this over. Mayur gets off strike. The new batsman Sandeep batted 3 balls in the previous over. Yet to open his account. That one's found the bottom edge and has gone straight to the boundary for 4. First boundary and first runs for Sandeep in this over. So Ashwin Pathak going for a few runs. That one was on the leg side and he heaved that. There's no fielder there. There was a square leg. Bottom edge and has gone and moved to short fine. So that's an easy boundary, easy pickings. They'll love to take that in the power play. Nicely played, a beautiful drive there. That was a foolish kind of a delivery. And look at that. Beautiful square drive. Nicely. Right in the middle. Fielders could only watch as the ball went past. Back-to-back boundaries for Sandeep. Runs of this over already. Here's Ashwin again. Ooh, that's a nice ball. Length delivery. You can see that. Nice length delivery and beaten the batsman. Ooh, that's a nice ball. Length delivery. Final delivery of the 5th over. And that one stood up straight to the bowler. And good running between the wickets. Single to end the over. The score is 34 for 1 after 5. The Crescent Warrior Club require 87 runs in 90 deliveries. Must say the first few overs by the spinners were excellent. And again, spinning options again. Ayush Joshi comes back to bowl. First ball. Flighted, tried to sweep that and unsuccessful. There was also an appeal from the bowler. It, might have been going down leg. You can see there's a mid wicket and mid on. So no fielder on the boundary on the leg side. Shot. It's high up in the air. Taken. That's the second wicket. They've got 2 now. He didn't get the elevation or the distance he was looking for. It was a total miss hit there. Let's take a look at the replay. That was short. Rock back. It's high up in the air. Not finding the body weight behind that shot. And easy picking. Taken. That's the second wicket. They've got two. Catch taken. That's exactly what they need. Need a few quick wickets to put the pressure back on the Crescent Warrior Club, who are looking like they're cruising along. Paras Agarwal is the new batsman. Must say Ayush Joshi very early in this match has been bowling brilliantly. He's bowled a few quicker deliveries straight on the stumps. A few ones nice and flighted. Oh, this is going to be a good contest. Paras Agarwal comes into bat. He's a left-hander, so there's a lefty-righty combination at play. First ball, call for run and sent back by Mayur. Still bowling round the wicket. So Paras Agarwal starts with a dot ball. Nicely bowled and played back to the bowler. Another dot ball. That's a play and a miss by the wicket-keeper as well. 4 byes signalled by the umpire. That looked like it missed everything. Oh, just took off. That's a play and a miss, and for the keeper to react as well. That's 4 runs straight. The score moves on to 38. They're well within the required run rate here. Crescent Warrior Club, having bundled out NCP Superstar for 120 runs. There's no reason for big acceleration in run rate, but keeping wickets intact would help their cause. Last delivery of the over. And that one's gonna be a dot ball. So it's 38 for 2 after 6 overs. As we'll see the field spread a little. Have to wait and watch who will bowl the 6th over. They'll try and look to capitalize on this as much as possible. Previous over by Ashwin Pathak going for 14 runs. Ayush Joshi, what a start he's had. 2 runs for 1 wicket in his 2. Captain setting the field. Amritpal Singh back into the attack. 2 2 overs, 1 for 9. Straight to the bowler, dot ball. He's kept a very tight line. He's bowling some nice flighted off break. That one flicked away. And the chase is on. Nice bit of fielding by the fielder at short square leg. And just a couple of runs. Mayur is batting on 16 of 15. Scored 2 boundaries already. Amritpal Singh. Here's Amritpal Singh. Flighted and into the gap for 4. What a nicely timed shot that is from Mayur. That was quite full and quite wide. And he's placed that to perfection. That was just a nudge. And the into the gap for 4. What a nicely timed shot that is. What a good shot that is from Mayur. That's hit straight. Where's that going? That's going all the way. That's a big 6. Straight over the bowler's head. Again, another full delivery. An easy pickings for Mayur, who's striking it beautifully. What a shot that was. 50 comes up for the Crescent Warriors now in the 7th over. 50 for 2. Require just 71 runs now. Another big hit. That's in the air. And that's not judged. It's gone through him. That's a boundary. Could have lost it in the sky. That went up for a really long time. We'll see the replay. 1 runs now. It's flighted up. Another big hit. That went that's way in the air. And unfortunate there for the fielder. Bounce and into the boundary. Last ball. Another flighted delivery. And hit straight to the mid-wicket fielder. This time we'll save that and that'll be a single to end the over. It's 55 for 2 after 7. So Mayur currently batting on 31 runs of 19 deliveries. Last over he's really accelerated with 2 boundaries and a 6. There's surely going to be a change in bowling now. The captain's having a small chat with the new bowler. Himmat Oban will be the new bowler. That was nicely bowled. First delivery. And watchfully played by Mayur. Flighted. And not easy to pick him up. Look at that, was nicely flighted and completely got beaten there. Flighted, hit the pad, and there's a half appeal from the bowler. Third delivery. Another flighted delivery, played late, played fine, and will be just one run. Direct hit on the stumps. Good throw. Will be just a single though. 3 deliveries in this over by him, Matoban. And 56 for 2 is the score. I think wickets is the key now for NCP Superstar. Wickets in regular intervals can put a break on the scoring and pressure on the new batsman. However, just 65 runs required in 75 balls and 8 wickets in hand. So Crescent Warrior Club would believe this match should be theirs. Looking to turn things around now. That's smashed nicely straight through the bowl fielder again. That's gone for 4. Paras Agarwal this time. No. That was slightly short, and he's rocked back on the back foot and smashed that towards the mid-wicket boundary, and there was a small misfield there. That's gone for 4. Another flighted delivery, play and a miss. That was very, very close. That was very close. Look at that. Flighted. Tried to heave that on the leg side. Replay and a miss. That was very, very close. Another flighted delivery, and this time he decides to play it straight to the bowler. So the first over from Himatoban comes to an end. Just 5 off it. 60 for 2 after 8. Gaurav back into the attack. Oh, nicely bowled and tapped away for a single. There's no fielder inside the circle on the leg side in front of square. There is a long gone and a deep mid wicket. He's bowling these flighted off spinners for the right hander, knowing that Mayur is going to go for the big shots. So field changes for the left hander Paras. And he's bowled him, he's got the wicket. That one was full and straight. Wasn't so full, but he tried to hit that, missed it completely on the stumps. Has to depart. Look at that. He tried to pull something that was not that short. Went straight and he's bowled him. He's got the as he picks up the second wicket. The third wicket is Himanshu Maggu, who comes next to bat for the Crescent Warrior Club. Requires 60 runs now of 70 balls. Need a couple of good partnerships here. And NCP Superstar on the other end would be really hoping they put some pressure on the new batsman. Batting on the other end, you have Mayur, who opened the innings and is batting nicely on 33 of 23. So he's clearly the danger man here for the fielding side. They need to get his wicket. Got off to Himanshu. Nicely played, nicely fielded there. They still take the single as Himanshu gets off the mark. That was driven and good fielding attempt there. Kind of fielding that you need to uplift your team when you're defending a small total. Got off to Mayur. Short and tried to cut that away. That was therefore the square cut. Misses that completely. Yep, dot ball. And tried to cut that away. This time he cuts it, and there was a little hesitation in the middle there between the batsmen. The call was made by Mayur, who was not running at the danger end, so just having a small chat to clear any doubts in the middle there. Last delivery to go, 63 for 3. Nice shot, straight to the fielder. Dot ball to end the over, 63 for 3 after 9. You can see the scorecard for the Crescent Warriors. Mayur opened the innings batting brilliantly on 34 of 25. Man, he's been the mainstay for the Crescent Warrior Club. I have 3 wickets of Raghavan, Sandeep and Paras fall. Himanshu at the crease. So Himmat will be bowling his second over. He'll continue to bowl. And nice. Flighted and good call. Good call. Good excellent calling there. It was flighted and good call. Edge. Good quick running between the wickets. Good call. Good excellent calling there. Himanshu on strike. Another cheeky single taken. Good running between the wickets. They're aware they don't require anything fancy at this moment. Singles and few boundaries of bad deliveries will do. Wickets are important. The Crescent Warrior Club now playing it very watchfully. Short and straight to the fielder again. Another single. That's good running between the wickets. time could have been in the gap and nicely fielded. Played the last 3 deliveries in the same region. Ball drifting on the pad slightly, flicking it with soft hands for a single inside the infield. Another inside edge while trying to drive that. It's gone towards the boundary and good throw back. Oh, that's a little wideish and allows the batsman to take 2 runs. Last ball before take the drinks break and change sides. Flighted and this time flicked away again. Is that going to go to the boundary? So it's got okay, there's going to be overthrows. It's not over till it's over. So 3 runs come off that last delivery. Score 72 for 3 after 10 as players take a break. Take a look at the wicket of Paras Agarwal. That one tried to pull that. It was straight onto the stumps. And get his wicket. So excellent bit of bowling there. It's very difficult to read there. One was full and straight. Yeah. Wasn't so full. Back to the action, the change of sides, and 49 runs now required in 60 balls for the Crescent Warriors. with the kind of weather that we've been having in the city. There's also Duckworth-Lewis system score that's updated as Ayush Joshi comes to bowl another over. Surely need a wicket now. Mayur is the danger man. We'll try and take the advantage of the shorter leg side boundaries. Play and a miss, but we'll have to wait for the call. Okay, there's no call. Look to flick that. A good save by the wicketkeeper. Play and a miss. Oh, I think that was edged and almost had his man there. Oh, that looked like an edge with the reactions. Oh, I think that was edged and good bit of bowling here by Ayush Joshi. Another one edge, but straight to short third man. What a good start this has been for the bowling side. 3 dots. They're making some change in the field now. They have a slip in place. Last couple of deliveries moving away from the batsman, finding the outside edge. A little confident this time that another one might just be taken. There was an appeal from the bowler for leg before, umpire turning it down. Missed that completely. Was an appeal. So 4 deliveries and 4 dots in this over. Been a brilliant one so far. And this time Mayur deliberately plays a defensive shot, giving the respect to the bowler where required. Shot and cut away. Straight to the fielder there. Just a single. 73 for 3 after 11. Ashwin Pathak comes back into the attack to bowl the 12th over. Bowled 1 over for 14 runs. Mayur facing this, batting on 42 of 35. Direct hit would have meant batsman could have been very close, but this is overthrows and will be a single. Played that late, it was straight to the fielder and a quick throw back. There was no backing. Direct hit would give away 1 run on that occasion. Himanshu taking his guard here to face Ashwin Pathak. That's nicely bowled. A play and a miss. Beaten the batsman for pace. Oh, nice length delivery. That's nicely and a miss. Good carry through to the keeper. Having a small change in the field there. They have someone coming in a catching position and they have a square leg out on the boundary. There's nobody on the leg side. They have a very fine third man and a deep point. Another one. Oh, it stayed low. And good save by the keeper in the end. Edged and fly straight to third man. And throw it back to the bowler. Gets Mayur back on strike again. It's been a tidy over so far by Ashwin, just 2 runs from it. And 2 more deliveries to go. Oh, that's nicely played and well fielded. Will be a single though. Was slightly wideish, and he played that nicely. There's cover there. It's a backward point. Straight to the fielder. There's the wicket. There's the wicket they need. Himanshu goes. He's driven that straight to cover. Take a look at the replay now. It was firmly driven straight to the fielder there. Fielder, there's the wicket. That's the wicket that they wanted. There's the wicket they need after 12. Ashwin Pathak getting another wicket. There is Sarthak Patkar who comes to bat. Is the next batsman. Joins Mayur in the middle, who's the lone survivor, and also playing the role of sheet anchor, batting brilliantly on 44. It's not given many chances to the bowlers, but in fact picked up the bad balls and dispatched them on. So looks like Ayush Joshi will be continuing. He's bowled 3 overs, conceded just 3 runs for 1 wicket. So he's been the pick of the bowlers tonight on a low scoring game, not giving away many runs. Oh, that was a Yorker and delivery, and just happened to dig that out. Ayush Joshi. That's a cheeky single taken. Nobody on the leg side there. Square leg standing way at the boundary. Mayur taking that single, moving on to 45 and gets the new batsman Sarthak on strike. So number 6 for Crescent Warrior Club. It's a dot ball to start his batting. That one's hit straight down the ground. That's a 6. Wow. The new man smashes that straight over the bowler for 6. Let's take a look at that again. Was in the slot. That one's hit straight with the shot that was timed beautifully. The 6. There. Yeah. We're going to have a change of ball. We'll take a look at the last wicket to fall. That was Manshu hitting it straight to the fielder. To the fielder, wicket. So the catching has been There's the wicket point. They need. This is a 6. What a shot that was. That one's hit straight. This, mini break. It's a 6. So you have a change in ball and wow. Getting back to the match now. Nicely played down the ground. And, long off. We'll cut that off for just a single. Mayur back on strike to face the last delivery from Ayush. Big appeal for leg before and he's given him. The big wicket of Mayur falls and Ayush Joshi picks up his second wicket on his last delivery. See, that was flighted and played very close. And the umpire giving it out. Leg before and he's given him. So 5 wickets down for Crescent Warrior Club. Superstar. Do they have something left to take a couple of more wickets and put the pressure straight back on the Crescent Warrior Club? We'll have to really wait and watch. Gautam Sani is the new man in. will be at the non-strikers. Ashwin Pathak to continue with the bowling. 2 overs, 1 for 17. Sarthak Patkar taking strike. Once driven. Straight to the fielder. Will start off with the dot ball. 37 runs required now. 41 deliveries. Ashwin to Sarthak. Another dot ball. This is what they need. The bowling side need many of those dot balls, cramping up the batsmen for space, not allowing them to score, and thus putting pressure on them. Also defending 37 balls, 37 runs in 40 deliveries, so they have a lot of dot balls, and maybe the wickets follow. That could be their only hope. Oh, that's a play and a miss. Slight edge there, going back to the bowler. That one's going to be called wide. It was a bouncer. It was way above his head. Take a look at that. Oh, that really bounced. That really bounced. That one's took off. Going to be called wide from the pitch. Was Oh, that was on the stumps, and he's kept that out. Brilliant bowling. That's pulled away. That's gone for 6. That was short. That's not something that he would have wanted to bowl, but he was quick to rock back on the back foot and heave that over the square leg boundary for a 6. He just picked that up. What an excellent shot. Good thinking by Sarthak. He's hit 2 sixes in his 13 runs. Clearly looks like he means business at the moment. And this one's hit straight. What a brilliant shot that is. Half volley again. This time dispatched to the fence. And 6 call by the umpire. We're just waiting for that call. Last 2 balls, 12 runs have come off the bat of Sarthak Patkar. What a shot that is. Straight over the bowler's head. And That really took off there. What a brilliant shot that is. Half 91 for 5. It's 97 for 5. Gaurav comes to bowl his third over. Full toss ball that's gone all the way for 6. Easy pickings for the Crescent Warrior batsmen. 3 sixes coming of the last 3 deliveries, so they're really climbing up with the run rate. And now 18 runs required. Look at that. Full toss ball that's gone all the way for 6. Sani opens his account with a 6. It's wide, called by the umpire. Oh, that was slightly far away there. Well fielded, just a single. Let's see the replay. He hit that in the air. That was just. That was maybe a few centimeters away from his hand there. Well fielded, just a single. The moment he would have had his heart in his mouth there. But safe enough now. Sarthak on strike. Gets a late edge and still manages to take a single. Flicked away, nicely fielded. That's a single. Crescent Warrior Club cruising along now at this stage. Short and straight to backward point. Last delivery of the over. The score is 107 for 5. It's 14 runs required now. The balls don't matter. Another beautiful shot. It sounded brilliantly from the bat of Sarthak, and that's gone for another 4. He was curving away from the fielder there. Couldn't pick that up. Sarthak's playing smashing innings. Look at that flighted delivery. Played that uppishly over the infield and curved away from the fielder at the last moment. Brilliantly from welcome boundary for Sarthak, and that he's only dealing in boundaries at the moment. So at the end of 15 overs, it's 111 for 5. That's nicely played. It was full and tapped away for a single. Short play and a miss, nicely bowled. You need more of these. Short runs required in single digits now for the Crescent Warrior Club. Another dot ball. Tried a big heave over cover there and missing it completely. Can see that. Oh, that was slightly wide as well. Another dot ball. Tried a big heave. Another one straight to the fielder. That's well bowled. Ashwin Pathak bowling his fourth over. He's conceded 31 for 1 wicket. Third delivery. Another one, and that's a big six. That's gone. Oh, you'll have to really fetch that. Can't even see where that's gone. It's a huge six by Sarthak Patkar. Boy, he's a big lad and a big strong lad at that. Delivery. That was full in the slot, and he really got all the weight behind it. What a huge six that is. That's gone behind the practice. Oh, you'll have to really fetch that. Can't even see where that's gone. Wow. Just 3 needed now. Short and played again for a dot ball. It's the end of the over. It's 118 for 5 now. And just 3 runs required in 4 overs. The Crescent Warrior Club cruising along at this stage. And we have some last bit of entertainment here in this match from Sarthak Patkar, who's batting on 30, faced 16 deliveries and hit 4 sixes and 1 boundary. So it's only a couple of runs that he's run. He doesn't really want to run, wants to finish this in a hurry. So Gautam will take strike as Pratik comes to bowl. That's smashed straight to the fielder. That's gone for 4. And they won the match there with that boundary in the 17th over. Gautam Sani finishing it off in style. Ashwin, Sarthak Patkar and Gautam Sani who take their team home after losing the toss and bowling first. They bundle them out for just 120 runs, and the response with the bat has been excellent. 118, 120 runs chased with almost 4 overs to spare. Crescent Warrior Club wins by 5 wickets in the first match of the Jfsc Society Premier League. We have a winner, and what a start to this season it is. We have more action coming up for you. Stay tuned.